and just how powerful they can be. The two trials that shaped the life of this little girl are emblematic of a much bigger story, the transition between a pre-modern world and our supposed age of reason. And yet our fear of evil has never really gone away. Neither, some say, has evil itself. Fear of evil was endemic in England 400 years ago, when King James I was on the throne. James was living in fear of Catholic rebellion in the aftermath of the Gunpowder Plot. Recently arrived from Scotland, he was on the throne in a strange land, and some parts of his new kingdom were particularly troubling. Lancashire was a long way from London in many ways, described by somebody at the time as a dark corner of the land. It had a reputation for disobedience, full of troublemakers and subversives. And this area, not far from where I live, dominated by the strange brooding presence of Pendle Hill, was almost beyond the back of beyond. Today, it's established an odd niche by trading on its dark past. In 1612, the 9-year-old Janet Davis lived in obscurity at her grandmother's house, Malkin Tower. Malkin Tower. It sounds grand, but it really wasn't. Malkin was actually a 17th century word meaning slattern or slut, and it was still being used in these parts in the 20th century. The house was also, and even less grandly, referred to as Mocking Tower. And according to some people, and not to put too fine a point on it, mocking is a local word for shit. Nobody knows for sure where the house would have stood, but recent research suggests it may have been on this site. Janet and the family survived mainly by begging and by doing odd jobs for neighbours, but the family did have one other source of income, and I suppose a kind of power. Janet's grandmother was well known locally as a cunning woman. Everyone knew her as Old Demdike.